Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So Ethereum is following the bearish wave count, but it did not see really any significant bounce into resistance. So we have that strong contrast between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Certainly Ether selling off more than Bitcoin. That is basically in line with our ETH BTC chart that we're analyzing as well, which basically shows that Bitcoin is still outperforming Ether. But in the near future, that should change. But at the moment, a lot of weakness, and they move very much in different ways actually. Yeah, Ether should have, in an ideal world, also moved up into resistance. That leaves us with a structure that is certainly not ideal. It's not ideal. So we're going to talk about that bigger picture. Still assuming that the sell-off wave count is in control. We are still a little bit in no man's land, especially now with the unclear move to the downside here, which again is sort of in line with the yellow wave count, which is the more direct sell-off pathway. And that's okay, because we ideally still watch for another low here at the moment on the Ether chart. The reason is that we can really only get more bullish short term if we have 5 waves up. I always have to repeat it, I know. 5 waves up and then 3 waves down. Then we have a so-called 1-2 setup that would be bullish. An entry point could be defined here for good reward to risk ratio, long trade, and then a 3rd wave rally can begin. But until I have the 5 waves up and we only have 3 so far, I shouldn't even think about, has a lasting low been established. So there's no change really, and I did say to you, as long as we don't have 5 waves, this structure can break easily from here, or after one more high it can still break. It is literally that higher low that needs to form to confirm that on the 11th of September here, this low at 1530, that a lasting low has been established. So again, there's a little bit of it's a little bit ambiguous what's happening here. I need more price data to understand what's happening here on the way down. I mean, this is a 5-wave move down. Maybe within this wave 1 to the downside, which I counted as complete already because we had 5 waves down, but maybe this within this wave 1, yeah, obviously having 5 waves as well, something like this could have happened. 1, 2, 3, the wave 4 is a triangle, and we now come down in wave 5 of 1. That is highly speculative. Not a great wave count for a triangle, but a valid one, because obviously, it doesn't really make sense to try to decipher every single micro count, but just to make sense of it a little bit, this could have been triangle, A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, E wave in wave 4, and then now the wave 5 of 1 to the downside. It's just that we haven't really had any pullback in wave 2. So the alternative perspective would be that we already completed this where I intended it, yeah, originally, and the wave 2 is just very shallow, and we're now coming down a 3rd wave. I don't like shallow wave 2s. I really don't like it. Based on that assessment, we could now be in the 3rd wave to the downside in yellow, yeah, which is down here. But I'm not going to label it yet until I have a little bit more clarity. If this keeps on dropping, then we'll probably have a 1-2, and the 3rd wave is unfolding now. Would be very bearish then, because it didn't even give us a clear wave 2 pullback. Now, in my opinion, a healthy wave 2 is always better. Bitcoin moved into resistance, perfect, got rejected where we needed it to. Ether is also moving down further, but didn't move into resistance before. Now, they don't have to get there, but it's normally quite likely. If they don't, then something might be off with the micro count. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see how this now plays out. This makes now more the impression of a larger 3-wave move down. So we'll see. I mean, essentially, as I said, until we have 5 waves up, we have to be very careful making assumptions that a lasting low has been established. Certainly worth to be skeptical about further upside. Still technically possible if the 1726 resistance level breaks. That's still the same. And until that happens, I focus on the downside in the yellow wave count. That's sort of unchanged from previous updates. And if it starts to trend upwards again, it might simply be this 5th wave, which again just could just be a high B wave and would break down afterwards. So we just need 5 waves up, 3 waves down for a reliable long-term, long trade setup. yeah, not much more to add. You know, there is literally not much more to add. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.